grow your course or consultant business and you want to do it online, so why not do it with biblical principles? We've been talking about three phases to go from your idea to implementation, for you to stop Googling stuff and start doing stuff, and how to grow your course business. So today, y'all, we're going to talk about phase two, and that is 8 steps to create a digital course or consultant business from your gift, your skill, or your talent, and to do that with biblical principles. My name is Cathy McReynolds. I'm the founder and CEO of Bible Business Academy, where we work with entrepreneurs, pastors, business owners, financial advisors, and course or consultant people who want to get started and to build their business. So if that's you, say hello as you come on here. Let us know also in the comments, what type of business is it that you want to start, or what type of course or what type of consultant business you want to start, how long you've been thinking about that, and what it's going to take you to go from implementation to making it happen. So if you could do me a favor, guys, grab a pen and paper as you come on here, and make sure you say hello so we can say hello back to you. Let me know you can hear me okay, and we're going to go ahead and dive in with those 8 steps that you need to create a digital course or consultant business with your gift, skill, or talent with biblical principles. And in Matthew 6:33, it says, "But seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all things will be given to you as well." So that's the whole key of what you need to remember. So let's go ahead and get started with step one. Step one is pray. Anytime you want to do something, you always start with prayer. So if you identify with the signs that we shared yesterday, and if you didn't get a chance to see that, go on YouTube and you can watch that from yesterday's video. So if you agree with those signs that we shared and you feel the timing is right for you to get started, you want to prayerfully consider starting your course or consultant business, because that's what we're talking to you about. How to get started with your course or consultant business. And as you're watching this, if you feel that you already have enough information to get started and you're ready to go ahead and do that, you can head over to BibleBusinessAcademy.com/go. That's BibleBusinessAcademy.com/go. Anytime during this, if you like, okay, enough of hearing from you, I'm ready to implement, I'm ready to get started, go ahead and head over there. But as you're doing this, y'all, don't ever fly solo. Don't do anything by yourself. Even Jesus, when he got here to carry out his mission, he had 12 disciples that he started with to help him to be able to carry out his mission that God sent him to do. You want to ask your friends, your family, and other faith-filled people to help you as well as you're getting this journey. He says when 2 or more are joined together, anything can happen. So that lets you know that you shouldn't be doing this solo. What you do have is a personal relationship with God that is solo, right? But when it comes to implementing your gift, your talent, your skill, you cannot go it alone. You always want to have, as they say, it takes a team to make that dream come true. And that's absolutely true. Just keep seeking God's wisdom and his discernment. In Psalms 37:4, it says, David boldly declares, take delight in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. So when you're looking to get that course or consultant business, just ask yourself, are you taking delight in the Lord? Are you getting started? Are you making things happen? See, it's time for you to turn that idea, that dream, or that constant thought that's in your head into reality, and to step out on faith to become your own boss. You can do it part-time, and then you can transition it into full-time. I've been in business for over, I don't know, 30 something years. And I always tell you guys that, with the exception of 2008, when I worked at the bank as a financial advisor, because that's the type of business that I had up until that particular point. Good morning to you also, the Fulton's professional organization there. Good morning, good morning. And that was the only year that I've worked for someone in that 30-year period. So what I'm sharing with you guys is not just from, reading a book and then sharing it. It's from actually being out there and doing it. And the only reason that I was able to make it this long is because of God, because of prayer. And it was something that I didn't talk about until we got this company started, but it was my secret weapon, and was going to God and having him help me through those moments. So we want to help you do that. And so as you're looking at starting your course or consultant business, you want to make a decision. Number one, that you're going to set aside at least 6 to 10 hours a week to becoming your own boss, just getting that business started. And then guess what? You got to make some bold moves. You can't this is why the word says, we're given that spirit of being bold and courageous. You got to go out there and you got to be willing to make those bold moves and make things happen. He says, and when they prayed, that's why the step number one is prayer. It says, and when they had prayed, the place in which they were gathered, you hear, and when they had prayed. So you pray, and then you get some prayer partners with you. When you're with us, we're going to help you with that. We're going to become your prayer partners, the team that we're here together to help you that. It says, and when they prayed, the place in which they were gathered together was shaken, and they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and continued to speak the word of God with boldness. So what is it that you were called to do? Who do you need to team up with so that you can start having that spirit come over the whole body that's being put out there of stuff that you were called to do, so that you can make it happen? And that's why you can't do it by yourself. So that is step number one. That is prayer. If you're writing these down, you want to put step one as prayer. Step number two is purpose. Purpose. You want to discover what your God-given purpose is and always operate from there. When you go back through a couple of these, we talk about your purpose, your gift. You can get in the word, figure out what your gift is. If you need help with that, you book a strategy call with us, and we can help you walk through that to be able to identify that with you. It's something that we're just here to help you identify that, but you want to discover what your God-given purpose is, and then that's how you live your life. If you look at the people in the Bible, the examples that were given to us, they all had a particular purpose, just like we have a particular purpose to get things done. And you want to create from your purpose. And when we create from your purpose, we take what that is, and then we help you develop a focus lead magnet. And I say focus with emphasis, because once you know what that is, you begin to talk about it over and over and over again. And you're repeating yourself over and over again. It's just like the word, right? You read it over and over. You listen to it over and over. That's why I'm coming on here like Monday through Thursday at noon, so I can share this with you over and over and over again. And some of it is repetition, because the word doesn't change. Neither does what it takes to start a business. Neither does those steps. They don't change. So you're going to need, number one, a focused lead magnet. You're going to need weekly content and podcasts, your blog, your live, your video group, Q&A, office hours, workshops, all that stuff. And then that might seem already overwhelming, but it's not. We show you how to do one or two things, and then take from that and create all of that other stuff. But guess what? The important part is all from your God-given purpose, from that gift, that skill, that talent, that reason why you were born and what he has you here for. And when you look at Proverbs 25, it says the purpose in a man heart is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. And that's what we want to help you to be able to draw it out, so that you can then draw it out, so then you can then help and serve more people. That is step number two. Step number three is the promise. The promise. That is number three, is the promise. Decide what results or transformation you will deliver the people to that you were called to serve. What is it going to look like at the end of them going through your course or through your consultant business? What results will they get? See, we get so excited, and trust me, y'all, I've been there. We get so excited that, yeah, we're starting a business. Yes, we're starting a course or consultant business, and we're so excited about that we fail to begin with the end in mind and look at the results that we are to get. It's just like any direction that God told them. He told them exactly what they were going to get. And then they had to go through the process and get it. And so that's what coming through our training programs will help you go through that process to get what your gift is and what it looks like. So who are you called to serve? How are you here to help them? And what are you going to help them with? Those are the things that we're going to be going through. We're also going to help you set a promise. So that's the promise that they're going to get from coming through your course or consultant business. We're going to help you set a price point, because a lot of people get stuck there. They're like, well, what do I charge? Is it too much? Is it too little? And, will people buy from me? Will they say yes to me? And so don't worry about that stuff. We're going to help you do that. And also a launch date, because you can stay in procrastination and you can stay in doubt, you can stay in fear. If you don't set a date and put it out there to the world, guess what? You'll never get started. Who on here has been thinking about, getting a business started, getting that course, getting that consultant business started, and you haven't pulled the trigger yet? You haven't done it yet because you got all these thoughts and doubts. So that's why you got to set a date. Napoleon Hill says you got to begin with it in the mind. And one of the 5 steps of goal setting is having a specific date as to when you're going to do something. And that's part of goal setting. That's part of what we're going to teach you and we're going to help you with. And then you also got to be fully convinced that you can do this. And how are you fully convinced? Maybe you've helped yourself, right? Maybe you've done this for just yourself. If you've done it for yourself, you can teach other people how to get results. Maybe you already have clients that you've gotten results from. Then that's how you can do it. Maybe, and you can go back to some of those signs that we talked about on yesterday as to if God is calling you to start a business. We gave examples on that. But here's when you're on that promise, go to Romans 4:21. It says, fully convinced. Fully, not partially, right? You got to be fully convinced that God was able to do what he had promised. And your clients have to be fully convinced that you are able to do what you said you were going to do, and to help them when they're fully convinced. And we show you the system to helping them to do that. It is never about your program. It's never about your company. It's about the results and the transformation that the people are going to get on the other side. Is that making sense? Drop it in the comments and let me know if you're getting this, if this is making sense. And of the ones that we just went through, which one is resonating to you? How are you having that aha moment? All right, y'all, we're on step number 4 of the 8 steps. Number 4 is plan. You must have a plan in place. You can't just wake up and decide I'm going to do something and you don't have a plan in place. Even Jesus, when he talks about the parable, he said, "Who do you say you're going to build a tower? You're going to build a business. You're going to build a building, depending on which version." And you don't sit down and count the cost. You don't put a plan in place. Even when he sent the disciples out to go spread the good news of the kingdom, he gave them a plan. And you can go read that. It was very detailed on what to do and also what to do when they say no. So it's important to operate from a plan. And because God is not a God of disorder, right? He's a God of orderly, and you have to have that order, and you have to plan out your course or consultant content, not build it out, plan it out. That's a key that I want you to get. Don't build it out. You're going to build it with the people, just like they did in the word. You build things with people, and then once you get the results, then you can go back and plan it all out. And I share that because people will spend months and years putting together all of their training, their PowerPoints, all of their agendas. They put it all out there and no one buys. Why is that? Because they didn't have a plan. They didn't have that marketing plan. They are thinking the stuff that you are going to put together, a flow chart, your modules, your lessons, your slide decks, your support decks, all of that stuff that we're going to help you with. They think that that's the most important thing. But guess what, y'all? It is not the most important thing. It's just part of the process. It's like baking a cake. If you baking a cake and you have the ingredients, the flour, the sugar, the vanilla, or whatever goes in it, those are part of the process. That's like the flow chart, the modules, the lessons, the slide decks. But at the end, you want a cake. And at the end, you want results. So that's part of it. And you got to ask yourself, if you're going to bake that cake, which one of those ingredients can you leave out and still have a delicious cake? None of them. But you got to get all of those done in the right order. In Proverbs 21:5, it says, the plan of the diligent leads surely to abundance. Let me repeat that as I cough here. It says, the plan of the diligent. So are you diligent? Do you have a plan? Do you have a written down plan? Not just in your head, but something that's written. I've been talking for 3 straight hours on Zoom before I came on here. So y'all excuse me for a second so I can get my voice back. It says, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Y'all hear me? And that's in Proverbs 21:5. Step 5 is prepare. Prepare your course and your consulting marketing assets. That's your sales page. That's your webinar. That's your social media. And that's your emails. You got to get all of that prepared. If you don't know what it is, don't worry about it. We're going to help you with it. When you're thinking of step 5, it says, but the one who looks into the perfect law, the law of liberty, and perseveres, being no hearer, okay, who forgets, but a doer who acts. See, a hearer, you being on here, you're hearing. You watching other videos, you're hearing. And if you don't act, you're not going to make things happen. You have to become a doer. This is why I say, if you've been listening, if you've been Googling, if you've been watching stuff, and you know you want to start a course or consulting business, and you're of faith, do it with biblical principles. That is the best way to do it and to get it done so that you can do it from your purpose and for God and not just for material gain. If that's making sense, let me know in the comments. Drop a thumbs up, amen sign or something in the comments, and whether you're on the live or the replay, and let me know that you're getting this. It says, but he will be blessed in his doings. And that's in James 1:25. You will be blessed in your doings. You're not blessed by hearing and just hearing, but you got to do. You got to take action. And we help you with that step to take action. And as I said, if you have enough information and you're ready to get started, go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com/go, and you can put your information in there and learn how we can help you. That's it. Amen there. You can learn how we can help you build your business, build your course or your consultant business. So we're on number 6, y'all. This is step number 6. Y'all ready for this? That's profit. You got to profit. Like, you know, go to the parable of the talents. The third one who didn't leave a profit, God was like, look, what you got, I'm taking from you because you ain't do nothing with what I gave you. And we don't talk to, you know, Christians and faith people enough about this. You know, a lot of people think that God is this magic genie and did whatever you want because you read the Bible or you went to church, you're going to get it. But that's not the way it works. He says, if you do this, I'll do that. And don't confuse working and doing the work with works for your salvation. 2 separate things, right? You are focused on doing the work. If a ditch needs digging, you are not going to sit there and go, okay, ditch, go get dug and come up. Now, can he do that? Yes. He parted the Red Sea, right? But the only reason he parted it is because they were needed to get through it, and they were on, you know, horses, chariot, foots, walking, going through it in order to get to the other side to do what he told them to do. So I need to get that clear with you, that it's important for you to be a doer of what you were called to do. So in doing, it leads to a profit. We just gave you some proverbs on that. It leads to a profit. So we will show you how to pre-sell your course or consultant class in about 3 weeks of you getting started. That's when you should begin to make money, in about 3 weeks. And that's because you're going to have a beta testing group. You're going to start putting things through the beta test. You're going to sell, like maybe you're going to charge $1,000 for your course, or you're going to sell it 50% off, half price in your beta testing. So the group that you have with you, they will help you to get it right. And you will have it set up on Zoom so you can ask a lot of questions and say, okay, does that make sense? Are you getting that? You'll be able to see what areas you need to fix, and you can fix it as you go through it. And in that group coaching, you can either set it up as a paid challenge, you can set it up as a boot camp, a hybrid event. You could do digital PDFs and ebooks and all of that, but you're not gonna do it from what you want. You're gonna do it from what your audience wants. That's the whole key. And you're gonna do it, and you're gonna get results. And it says in Proverbs 14:23, in all labor there is profit, but mere talk only leads to poverty. So if you're not making business money in your course or consultant business, are you talking too much, right? If you're not making that money that you need, are you talking too much? Because it's leading to poverty. It requires labor. Labor is work. It requires you doing all the things that we're talking about. That is step number 6. Now we're on, that's 7 I gotta make. We're on step number 7. You gotta persist, right? You can't just do something one day, 1 week, 1 year, or even 1 decade and think you're going to be the best at it. Now you can get good at 1 decade, yeah, but 1 week, 1 year, 1 month, 1 quarter, you gotta persist and keep putting in the work to get it done. Man, look how long and the journeys and some people in the word that it took for them to get from point A to point Z. Now, are there examples where it happened quicker? Yes, it could be you. But all of that leads up to it based on what you've been doing and what gift you were called to do. So persist in your list building. Now, this is the key that a lot of people don't tell you about, but it's about building your list, about building. And when you think of building a list, I want you to think about it as like Jesus had, he went with the 12, expanded that out, and now he's still touching people around the world. That's his list. All the people who know about the kingdom, all the people who know about the Bible, but it started out with 12. It went to 12 and was it 86 or 68, then it went there, and then it gets wider, and then they talk about, how 3,000 were, like they give you numbers in the word, right? 3,000 got saved. They went here and this many happened and this many, like those are things that you need to know about in your business. How many people are you reaching? How many people are getting results? What happened? All of that has to be written down with knowing the numbers and understanding the numbers. We call that the money math, so that you can make things happen. So that's in your list building, that's in your phone calls, that's in your follow-up. So whether you're doing it or you have a team to do it, all of those numbers are important for you to get and understand and building your course or your consultant business, and starting your email list and calling your leads and following up with your leads. We don't think about that, but 3 to 5 hours of your day in doing this has to be on the phone or with a team that gets on the phone. So whether you decide, okay, I'm going to sell it, or I'm going to have a team to sell it, you have to know the process. So you got to hire someone like us to help you with that process, to teach your people how to sell. People don't talk about that, but you can have the greatest course in the world, right? But if you don't know how to get it in front of people through marketing and sales, no one's going to buy it, right? Those are important things. It says in Galatians 6:9, and let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season, okay? Because it's good when you can get on the phone and talk to someone to see what their goals and dreams are, to see how that you can help them. It's good when you're able to help people transform their lives and be able to do things all from operating from your gift, your talent, or your skill. It's good when you can put a smile on someone's face and be able to help them and transform those lives. So it says, and let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. See, here's the challenge. Most people give up. Most people don't have two or more joined together. Most people are going it on their own instead of being with people who have came before them. And then I say on top of that, if you're going to do it with biblical principles. If you have faith and you believe and you want to build something with like-minded people who are walking down that same path that you're walking down. So once you make the money, you know what to do it. You all work together. You know, he says, don't forget the habit of meeting together, right? So you're meeting, like one of the things that we have is Monday through Thursday, we have office hours. So you get 3 hours where if you are going through the training and you have a challenge, you can shoot a text and we can meet up on Zoom, and then we walk you through everything that you need to know, how you need to get through it so that you can get to that end result that you're searching for, so you can have that success that you desire in your business. So the last one, let me know what y'all got out of this last one, and step number 7, or out of 1 through 7 so far. Which one was your biggest aha moment? You could just put step 1, step 2, step 3, and hopefully you're writing these down. And if you're catching on the replay, or you need to go back and listen to it again, go back and hear everything again and write that down, and then go back and put it in the chat. Make sure you share this out to other faith-focused people who want to start a course or consultant business. Step 8 is patience. You got to have patience. You must have patience. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be an expert in any of this. You don't have to understand tech. You don't have to get it right the first time. It's okay. It's a learning process, and you got to be okay. I call it failing forward. You got to be okay with making mistakes as you go. You got to be okay with waking up every single day with a positive attitude, knowing that you gave it everything you had. You laid it all on the line and you did what you needed to do. This is how you figure stuff out. This is how you make things happen. I talked about baking that cake, right? I don't care who, male, female, everybody, you either bake or you cook. So if you're baking something or cooking something, the first time that you try a recipe out, you get blessed if it turns out right way. But as you get better and better and better, you're like, I got that. You become the best person known for making that happen. And that's why patience is so important to make that happen. And we're going to end it right here with Romans 12:12. It says, rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, and be constant in prayer. Y'all, so that is the 8 steps on how to create a digital course or consultant business with biblical principles. And he says, I love that you're Bible based. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're going to do it God's way, right? It don't make sense to do it any other way. So tomorrow, y'all, we're going to be, we have actually every Thursday, we have our Kingdom series where we're going to be doing biblical principles based on the kingdom. So they're different. It's a little longer on that one. So you can join us tomorrow for our Thursday Kingdom series. We're getting that started back again for the fall season, and that our fall season will be at noon. But if you're ready also to start your business, your course business, your consultant business, and to make that happen, go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com/go. BibleBusinessAcademy.com/go. You can get the details on the program there, how you can get started. If you have any questions, you can, and you want to talk to one of our consultants immediately, you can always call 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ, 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ, and our consultant will help you immediately get any questions that you have, and they're there 8 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. So pick up the phone, make that call, and let us help you change your life, live from your gift, and become who God created you to become, and do it all for him, right? You can't serve 2 masters. So we're only going to serve one, and we're going to make that money, and we're going to put it back into the kingdom. We're going to change this world, and we're going to operate from our gift for God's purpose and live the best life ever. Appreciate you guys. Have an awesome day. If you have any questions, I'll give you a few seconds there. You can go ahead and drop those in the comments. We'll get a few questions in there. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow at noon for our first fall session of our Kingdom Business Workshop series. So I don't see any questions coming up there. I'll chat with y'all then. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to share, like, and comment. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.